Many shows have lovable maids and nannies, including The Nanny and The Jetsons. One of the best was Hazel. It followed the daily life of Hazel Burke as she served the Baxter family. Keep watching to learn how each Hazel cast member died and what the surviving members are up to today. Shirley Booth. Shirley Booth played the title character on Hazel. She was one of only 24 performers in the history of entertainment to earn the Triple Crown of Acting, with 1 Academy Award, 2 Primetime Emmys, and 3 Tonys. She was born Marjorie Ford in Brooklyn on August 30th, 1898. She attended school in Flatbush and moved to Philadelphia with her family when she was 7. She became interested in acting as soon as she saw a stage performance there, and then moved to Hartford, Connecticut, where she became a part of summer stock. She eventually went to New York City to pursue her dreams. Her father objected to her using the family name professionally, so she changed it to Shirley Booth. She found her first role on Broadway in Hell's Bells in 1925. She earned her first Tony from her role as Grace Fancy in the 1948 production of Goodbye, My Fancy. Her most significant stage success and second Tony came from playing Lola Delaney in Come Back Little Sheba. Her film debut came in the adaptation of the show in 1952. Both versions combined earned her a Tony, Academy Award, and Golden Globe. She was also the first actress to win a Tony and Oscar for the same role. Shirley preferred the stage to the screen. She only made 4 more films, including The Matchmaker in 1958 and Hot Spell in that same year. She played Hazel on TV between 1961 and 66. The show was based on the Ted Key cartoon from the Saturday Morning Post. It earned her 2 Emmys. Shirley appeared in several more productions after Hazel ended, before retiring to Cape Cod. Those included a TV version of The Glass Menagerie, a stage revival of Harvey, and the ABC series A Touch of Grace. Her final role was a voiceover part as Mrs. Claus in the 1974 Christmas special, The Year Without a Santa Claus. Shirley Booth broke her hip in 1991 after her health had already begun to decline. She died on October 16, 1992 at age 94. She's buried in the Mount Hebron Cemetery in Montclair, New Jersey. Her star on the Walk of Fame and entry into the American Theater Hall of Fame in November of 1979 commemorate her achievements. Lynn Borden. Lynn Borden was born in Detroit and raised in Tucson, Arizona. She even won Miss Arizona in 1957 and was runner-up for Miss America. After her pageant career ended, she decided to move on to acting. Lynn played Barbara Baxter in the final season of Hazel. She also appeared in films like Frogs and Dirty Man, Crazy Lady. Her other TV appearances included The Dick Van Dyke Show, My 3 Sons, Fantasy Island, and her final on-screen role, CSI NY. Lynn Borden passed away at age 77 after suffering from a long-time illness. She's survived by her husband Roger Brunel and brother Steve Fire. Maudie Prickett. Maudie Marie Doyle was born in Portland, Oregon on October 25, 1914. She performed in over 300 stage productions, films, and TV shows over a 4-decade career. Maudie appeared 36 times on Hazel as Rosie, Hazel's frenemy and neighbor. Her other notable roles include films such as Harvey and North by Northwest. She also made guest appearances on shows such as Sally, Dennis the Menace, Room for One More, Get Smart, and The Andy Griffith Show. Her final roles were on episodes of Dirty Sally and McMillan and Wife. Maudie was married 3 times. Her first husband was Charles Fillmore Prickett II. They stayed together from 1901 to 54 and had 2 children. In 1961, she married Dr. Eagle W. Cartwright, but he died the following year. Her final marriage was to Cyril Burnand Cooper, the mayor of Pasadena. Maudie Prickett died of uremic poisoning on April 14, 1976. She's buried in Mountain View Cemetery in Altadena, California. Whitney Blake. Whitney Blake was born Nancy Ann Whitney in Eagle Rock, Los Angeles, February 20th, 1926. Her family traveled across the country and she went to 16 different schools. Her love for acting began when she joined theater troupes while attending Pasadena City College. She joined productions at the Pasadena Playhouse and was discovered by agent Sid Gold in an amateur production of The Women. She later joined several syndicated TV series, but her first official appearance was on NBC Matinee Theater. Her first film role was in My Gun is Quick. Whitney appeared in several episodes of early crime series like Perry Mason and Maverick. She also joined the casts of westerns like The Texan, Pony Express, and Gunsmoke. She joined the Hazel cast as George Baxter's wife Dorothy in 1961. She was replaced by Lynn Borden in the show's final season and went on to guest star on more series like The Legend of Jesse James, Branded, and The Andy Griffith Show. Whitney married Tom Baxter in 1944 and had 3 children with him, Richard, Brian, and Meredith. In 1957, she married Jack X. Field Fields, but they divorced in '67. She eventually became a talk show host and co-created the show One Day at a Time with her husband Alan Mannings. They remained married from August 24, 1968 until her death. Whitney revealed she had esophageal cancer on her 76th birthday and believed she would beat it. She died 7 months later, unfortunately, at the age of 76 on September 28, 2002. Before we tell you about the rest of the cast, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Don Defore. Don Defore was born August 25, 1913. He was one of 7 children and became interested in acting after seeing his mother direct plays at the local church. He graduated from Washington High School and attended the University of Iowa, where he studied law and played basketball, track, and baseball. He later moved on to acting and won a scholarship to Pasadena Community Playhouse. He and 4 other students wrote a play called Where Do We Go From Here? He played in it and then made his stage debut in 1938 when Oscar Hammerstein II took his work to Broadway, where it stayed for 4 weeks. He became recognized as a legitimate actor and played in The Male Animal for 8 months on Broadway and 8 months on tour. Don's film debut came in the 1936 film Reunion, but he appeared in several other films throughout the 40s and was voted the 4th most promising star of tomorrow. He also succeeded on radio and then moved to television. He was part of The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet and joined the Hazel cast from 1961 to 65 and earned a Primetime Emmy nomination for the role. Don Defore died of cardiac arrest on December 22, 1993. He has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and he wrote a memoir called Hollywood Defore and After. Bobby Buntrock. Bobby Buntrock was born in Denver on August 4, 1952. His family moved to Whittier, California, and their neighbors insisted on getting him into acting. They had pictures taken to help begin his career. One got in the hands of agent Marcella Bell, who took him on as a client. Bobby made his acting debut in Wagon Train in 1959. He went on to get other roles like cameos in Mr. Ed and The Donna Reed Show. He joined the Hazel cast in 1961 and left in the 4th season. He retired from acting after 2 guest appearances on The Virginian in 1967. Bobby Buntrock died after a tragic car accident at age 21. The South Dakota flood of 1971 left a hole in the bridge he was intending to cross, and his car slid off the road and fell into the water. The surviving members of the Hazel cast. Anne Julian was a notable child star. Walt Disney gave her a stage name when she starred in his 1961 film Babes in Toyland. She later appeared in other projects like Gypsy and the TV series It's a Living from 1980 to 86. She was diagnosed with breast cancer at 35 but overcame it. She's 71 years old today and released a memoir titled Consider Your Ass Kissed. Ray Fulmer was born in Philadelphia on February 17, 1933. He played Steve Baxter in the final season of Hazel. He made his debut as Patrick Dennis in 1956 in the play Auntie Mame. He later went on to earn roles such as Lee Gantry in the soap opera Guiding Light and Martin Nell Dillard in Somerset, but retired in 1992 after appearing on the new WKRP. Julia Benjamin was born February 21, 1957. She began her career at age 8 playing Susie Baxter in Hazel. She only starred in 5 movies and TV shows after that. Those included Mr. and Mrs. Bojo Jones, The Jordan Chance, and the shows My 3 Sons, The Rockford Files, and Riptide. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you have a favorite member of the Hazel cast? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.